Hi, welcome to the commentary for The Process. Are you starting to notice a pattern? Are you seeing some repetition in these articles? I'm sure you are. There's a reason for that. And the reason is I'm trying to change your way of thinking, your basic attitude, your basic approach to business and your career. That's the most important step. You're a smart person. You're an intelligent person. Most people are. So you don't need me to tell you about your specific job. You know your job very well. You don't need me to tell you about your specific business. You know it very well. But what you probably need help with is changing the way you think about your career, changing the way you think about your business. You see, the thing I learned most from creating this successful business is that most of the challenge, most of the problems, and most of the success happens in your head. When I changed my way of thinking, the business began to grow and grow and grow and grow very fast. I got great ideas. I tried a lot of interesting new things. Everything got better after I changed my way of thinking. I was still the same person. I still had the same basic ideas about teaching English, but my attitude, my thinking changed. And specifically, what I changed is what you find in this article. I began to realize that the key to success was being very remarkably different in a few different ways. Now, in the past, before I changed, I was already somewhat different, but I thought that was bad. I thought that was something that I shouldn't talk about, right? I thought that, being like everyone else was uh, the good way to go. It was the good method. It was the way to succeed. I thought, oh, I need to tell my customers, tell my students that, oh, actually, my methods they're similar to normal methods. Well, they're not. And so I began to realize the more I learned about marketing, especially, but in just business in general also, I began to realize that my differences were my strengths. I began to realize those weren't weaknesses, those were the best parts of my business. Instead of hiding them, instead of being quiet about them, I should yell about them. I should stress them. I should make them stronger and stronger and stronger. When I changed that way of thinking, the business began to grow and grow and grow very fast. So I began to consciously, deliberately, right? I began to think about it, and with a plan, deliberately, I chose to go to the edge with different parts of my business. Number one, I decided to go to the edge with grammar. Okay, I already knew that teaching grammar rules, like analyzing grammar, memorizing grammar rules, I knew it didn't work. I already knew that was a failed way to teach. It was not successful. But, in the past, I thought, oh, I need to do it a little bit because that's what students want. That's what my boss wants. Well, when I changed my way of thinking, I decided no grammar rules, none, zero. I will go to the edge in this area. And what's the farthest edge? What's the most extreme edge? What's the strongest edge in this area? The strongest edge is absolutely zero grammar rules. Do not teach any grammar rules. None. That's the edge. And that's the Effortless English system now. We never teach grammar rules, right? You never, ever, ever memorize the past perfect or the future perfect progressive. You never study that with Effortless English. So that's one edge that we have. It's very remarkable, very different than most other schools, most other textbooks, most other lessons. So that's one of our edges, and we do it on purpose. We choose to do that. It's not an accident. Okay, another edge that I found was my energy, my enthusiasm. Okay, and again, in the past, I worried about that. I know it seems funny now, but in the past, I worried. I knew I was so different. I was always the teacher who was jumping around and yelling, right? Right, I had all this crazy energy. It's not an act, that's really my personality. I just have a lot of energy and I get excited, especially when I teach. I enjoy teaching. I like to perform. It's kind of my personality. So in the past, I thought, oh, some people would criticize it. Some people would complain about it, especially other teachers. And so I tried to hide that. But then when I changed my thinking, I went to the edge. I decided this isn't a bad thing. This is a good thing. This edge is a strength. This edge will help me succeed. I will try to be even more passionate, even more energetic. And so in my classes, I began to be super incredibly energetic and passionate. I jumped around even more. I yelled even more. I had even more energy. I had even crazier, funnier stories. So that was another edge. It was not an accident. I chose this edge. I chose to take this thing, this remarkable part of me, and make it even more remarkable. So that's the general process. I mean, the idea is very simple, right? What you do is you look at yourself or you look at your business and find something that's already a little different. I don't know. Everyone's different, right? So I don't know what it is. But something about you, for example, even in your job, if you're still working at a job, what about you is different? What about you is a little remarkable, not like everyone else? I don't know. Maybe you're passionate and crazy and energetic like me. Maybe you're the opposite. Maybe you're super calm. Maybe you're very friendly. Maybe you are very efficient. Maybe you're really angry and you get upset really easily and you yell and you scream a lot. I don't know. Maybe you never get angry. I don't know what it is, but find something that's very different and remarkable. Now, of course, you have to compare to other people. So, uh, what is it about you that's different than other people? Find those things and then make them stronger. Stop hiding them. Do not think they are weaknesses. They're not weaknesses. They are your best strengths. They are your key to success. So make them stronger and stronger and stronger. That's how you go to the edge. You take what you already have, something that's already different, a little different, and then you make it stronger and stronger, more and more different, more and more remarkable. If you have a business, it's the same process. You have a product or you have a service. What about your product or service is already a little different? Maybe your product right now is not so special. Maybe your service, your business is not so special, but something is a little different, right? There's something that's a little different than normal. Maybe your price is a little higher or a little lower. Or maybe you're a little bit more friendly or a little bit less friendly. I don't know, but find the things that are a little bit different and then make them stronger and stronger and stronger. If your price is a little bit higher, try to increase it more, right? People are always scared about that. I don't know why. You don't want to be cheap. Being cheap is a bad strategy for business, except for a few very big companies. But for most people, being the cheapest is really a bad idea. So try the opposite. If you're already a little bit more expensive, raise your price even more. See what happens. Your sales might actually go up because now you're even more remarkable. The point is, try things that no one else tries. Do things that no one else does. Be more something than everybody else. Maybe more cheap, maybe more expensive, maybe more friendly, maybe more efficient, maybe more luxurious. You give a lot more bonuses, a lot of extra stuff. For example, maybe you're a dentist, right, with teeth. You clean teeth. Well, every dentist does basically the same thing, right? You come to their office, you sit down, they clean your teeth, you leave. Most of them are very clean, so you're not going to be more clean than most dentists probably. It's hard to be even more clean, but maybe you could do it. My mom works with a dentist, and she is super, super, super clean. It's the cleanest dentist office ever. They put plastic over everything, so they never touch anything directly with their hands. And when a new patient comes, they take the plastic off, they put new plastic on the handles for the chairs, on everything. So they are remarkably clean, even more than normal dentists. And normal dentists are very clean already. So they're remarkably clean. But maybe you could do something else. Maybe if you're a dentist, you could do a lot of extra friendly, nice things. Maybe your office is remarkably beautiful, right? Most dentist offices are ugly. They're white. And they're kind of ugly. They look like hospitals. Maybe you have a lot of plants. Maybe yours is brown and green. Maybe you have big, colorful paintings on the walls. Maybe it feels like a Starbucks instead of a dentist office. That would be remarkably different. That's the appearance, the decoration, the office. That would be remarkably different. Just another example. There are many infinite ways you can choose to be different and remarkable. You just need to think about it. And it's the same in your career. You need to be remarkably different in your career. So that's all you need to do. That's the big change I want you to make in your career or in your business. Now, I'll talk more about details later. I'll have some commentaries and ebook about niche marketing and some specific business strategies. But they're less important than this big idea. That's why I keep repeating this big idea in different ways, right? Each of these articles is really saying the same big idea in a little bit different way. But the same idea again and again and again, which is be different, be remarkable. Don't be the same as everyone else. Go to the edge with something in your personality, in your product, in your service, in your actions, in the way you dress, in the way you look. Something. Be very remarkable, very, very extremely different than everyone else. I mean, that's it. That's the central thing. If there's one big secret for business success, for career success, this is it. And I'm going to say it 1,000 times until you learn it deeply, until you take action and do this. Try it. Do it. This is it, man. This is the key. This is the secret. If you need a secret for big business success, if you need a secret for career success, here it is. So simple. Very easy to understand. The hard part is doing it. That's the scary part. Doing something very different is scary because people might laugh, People might criticize. People might think you're crazy. Or you might just fail. That's possible, right? There's no foolproof plan. Sometimes you will fail. If you fail, what should you do? Should you be normal again? No, of course not. Do not just be normal again. If you fail, say, okay, well, that failed. I'm going to try a different edge. I'm going to try to be remarkable, different, extreme, in a different kind of way. Maybe you try to be extremely expensive. You raise your price very high and it's not successful. You lose sales, your business goes down. Okay, well, that did not succeed. So now you need to do something else. Maybe you drop your price to normal and you change something else. You make something else remarkable. Or maybe you keep your price very high, but you need to add more stuff so people think it's a good value. Maybe you need to also be remarkably good at service. Maybe you need to have a remarkably beautiful office. Maybe you need to make more other things remarkable. So then you can have a very, very remarkable high price. I don't know. Again, Seth Godin is right. There's no foolproof formula. But if you follow this general strategy and you keep trying, you try something, then you try something else, then you try something else, always trying to be different, always trying to be remarkable, always trying to push to the extreme in different parts of your career or business. If you keep doing that process, trying again and again and again, you will succeed. I guarantee you will succeed, and you will succeed in a very big way. All right. So you're probably tired of hearing this same advice, but you know what? It's very important advice, and I really hope you'll follow it. Because this is it. This is the big one. Follow this. Everything else you'll figure out. Everything else will eventually work if you just follow this process. All right. Good luck to you. See you next time. Bye-bye.